Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and another Mackem's mix. Now normally it's a Mackem's Monday mix, but because of the Mega Marathon Monday 50p challenge I took part in on the 27th of May, we've been moved to a midweek mix instead. Now anybody that hasn't already taken part in the competition to win a genuine Kew Gardens 50p, there's still time to do so. All you need to do is go back and watch each of the 9 channels that took part in the challenge. Their videos were uploaded, like I said, on the 27th of May. You need to make a note of each coin channel, each of their scores that they will have given you at the end of their hunt, and there's also a specialised coin name that they should have mentioned sometime during the hunt. Once you've got all those answers, send an email to trevs coins2collect@gmail.com. Please do not send individual scores. Wait until you've got all 9 and then send them in one go. And I believe Trevor's going to do a draw from all the correct entries in about a week's time, maybe a bit less now because, like I say, we're into Wednesday. Now, I did my hunt on the 8th of May. Now there was a reason behind that, because I've been backwards and forwards to the doctors for quite a number of weeks now, because I thought I was actually losing my hearing. I mean, I'm already deaf in my left ear from 2001 when they found some sort of growth in the left ear canal which they had to cut out, and I was in about 6.5 hours in surgery, never got the hearing back. So I'm relying on me good right ear, but that was starting to get a bit muffled. So I do apologise to all the channels I'm subscribed to if I haven't watched all your videos and commented, etc., because obviously I've had other things on my mind, and it was getting difficult to do the hunts and try and listen to what I was saying at the time because it was a bit muffled, as well as editing as well. That was the worst thing. But as you can see, I mean, it's not too bad now, but I've been sort of used as a pin cushion for the last week or two. I've got to go back again Friday to find out some blood results, and then I've got an annual checkup, one on Monday, I think. So I'm still going to be backwards and forwards to the doctors. So anyway, that's my problems out of the way. You don't want to really hear about that. You're here to have a look at some coins. So the latest coin I've received is this one, the D-Day 50p coin, celebrating 80 years of D-Day. That's going to happen on the 6th of June. Now when I first saw the pictures of this, I wasn't really too keen on it because it looked very cluttered in my opinion, and I've been talking to Smithy and he reckons it's a bit busy as well. But now I've got the coin in hand, I'm sort of changing my mind a bit. I still don't think it's the best design for 2024 that Grossi said it was. But on the bottom we've got the 5 beaches that were landed at: Utah, Omaha, Idaho, Juneau and Sword. And got 5 soldiers disembark on the landing craft, and I've got the sort of planes up above, and I think there's some buildings there, like burning buildings. Now the reverse design was done by David Lawrence, and the obverse, as per usual, Martin Jennings. And it is Martin Jennings, not Jenkins, as I've heard a few coin channels call it. So, as I say, it's not, like I say, it's not my favourite design. I think probably either the RNLI or even the Team GB is well ahead of that one. But I did get a Change Checker trading card, so we'll see what we've got in that. I'll just rest on this little card here, and we've got Dan's medallion because it's a really good scratcher. Is there anything that I need? Oh yes, it is. It's the Rio handover by the looks of it. So it's a 2012 coin as was. So let's have a look at the facts on the bottom. So year of issue 2012, UK's country of issue, Ian Rank Broadley, designer, Jonathan Olaf, the reverse designer, a mintage of 845,000. Key fact, at the end of each Olympic Games, the next host city of the Games celebrated with a flag handover ceremony. So I'm now down to 2 needed. I think one of them is the Northern Ireland Commonwealth, and I think the other one might be, is there a Beijing handover? I know it's something like that. So very nice indeed. I'm pleased with that. As well as that, let's have a look at some info that you may have missed, because we've got some new coins on the way apparently. Now, Change Checker released some info on their social media regarding some 50p coins that are due to be released later this year. We're going to have the Gruffalo Child and the Mouse. We're going to have Snowman, so the annual one, and apparently he's going to be putting a star on the Christmas tree. That's the design apparently. We're going to have another Harry Potter coin with the Mer People, or the Dark Lake, and that's from the film The Goblet of Fire, or the book Goblet of Fire. And then we've also got a 50p celebrating the Red Arrows as well. Now that'll be interesting. Now every single one of these coins was actually mentioned in the latest Royal Proclamation of the 24th of May. You can actually get that from going to a website. It's called thegazette.co.uk, all one word. But as well as that, I've noticed that there's going to be another £5 coin, and it actually says Queen's Panther. Now, I'm pretty sure we're still in the middle of the Tudor beats, and we already had the Seymour Panther. So is this Queen's Panther, has that got anything to do with Camilla? Now, as well as that, the latest £5 Bond coin has just been released. This one depicts Bond on a hovercraft, so I'll no doubt be getting that coin in due course. As well as that, the TT is currently on at the moment in the Isle of Man, and their latest £2 release shows the Craig Nibar. Now that's like some sort of rock formation, I think, on the Isle of Man, and apparently that translates to Rock of the Cow. Now, I always thought cows go moo rather than bar, but apparently there's 7,500 of these coins entering circulation on the Isle of Man, which is actually half of the circulating mintage figure of the 2023 TT £2 coin. So at least they are putting coins into circulation. I very much doubt that them 50p that I've just mentioned will be going into circulation, so I don't know what the Royal Mint is actually playing at. It's about time we had something into circulation worthwhile rather than them stupid Brexit coins. And I must admit, diversity, I thought the design was okay, you know, I understand the meaning behind it, but they're a bit meh. We need something a bit more exciting. So let's move on to what's happened on this day, and we'll go and start with births. So on this day, on the 29th of May 1917, the 35th President of the United States, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, was born. He sadly lost his life in that Dallas shooting in 1963. Also on this day, Charles II was born in 1630. Now, following the execution of his father, Charles I, in 1649, Charles II actually went into exile because the English Civil War was going on. But when that finished, in 1660, Jersey was the first place to proclaim Charles II as king. Now there is a couple of coins that's actually been minted to commemorate the event. So this is the one from Jersey, 300th anniversary of Charles II's accession. And Charles II was so pleased with the welcome that he had while he stayed on the island of Jersey that he handed over some historic mace to them. So as I said, it's going to be difficult to say this, but it's we've got 1660 to 1960 celebrating 300 years. I know I've got it in a flip, but I know a certain person doesn't like flips. Vintage 1,200,000. Now, as well as that, we had the 2010 £5 coin. It's celebrate the restoration of the monarchy, and Charles II's reign was actually known as the Restoration period. Now, the 2010 coin obviously was 350 years celebrating it. Now, other births, we had Leslie Towns Hope, who was actually born in Eltham, near London, on the 29th of May 1903, better known as Bob Hope, because he, with his partner Bing Crosby, made all those Road 2 films. Now, deaths-wise, we had the famous jockey Lester Piggott. He died aged 86 on the 29th of May 2022, so just 2 years ago. He was in Switzerland. He did actually win the OBE in 1975, but that was actually withdrawn in 1987 as he was jailed for 3 years for tax evasion, although he only served about 1 year of his sentence. Now, he retired in 1985, but he came out of retirement in 1990 and went on to get more winners, and finally retired for the last time in 1995, so he would have been around 60 years of age at that time. Also dying on the 29th of May, this time in 1829, was Humphrey Davy, who discovered many chemical elements and obviously invented the miner's safety lamp, also known as the Davy lamp. In events, on the 29th of May 1985, we had that terrible Heysel Stadium tragedy, which resulted in 39 fatalities and several hundred were injured. Now, the ground was quite antiquated, not really suitable for holding such a high-profile event, and that was part of the reason that was given when the powers that be made their ruling, as well as blaming hooliganism, poor segregation, because there was a lot of neutral supporters who actually sold their tickets to Italian fans, and they were only separated then by some flimsy fence. But it did result in a 5-year ban from European competitions for the English clubs. Also on the 29th of May 1953, so just a week before Queen Elizabeth II's coronation, New Zealand climber Edmund Hillary, along with Sherpa Tenzing Norgay, became the first climbers to reach the summit of Mount Everest. Now, the number one song way back in 2007 was, it's quite apt for the weather we've been getting at the moment, was by Rihanna featuring Jay-Z. It was the first week at the top in a 10-week stay at number one with Umbrella. Ella. But the number one song that I'm going to mention this week that will take us nicely into our spotlight on is from 1998 with All Saints, who had a double-sided number one with Under the Bridge and Lady Marmalade. Now, they'd already had at number one. They were displaced at 1 week, and then they came back again at number one the following week, so they had 2 weeks technically at number one. So the spotlight on this week, as I spin the camera, is on the old round £1 bridge series, years 2004, 5, 6 and 7. Now, it was known as the regional bridge series. Each coin that I'm going to be showing you was nickel brass, weight of 9.5 grams, and diameter of 22.5 millimeters. So the first one up is from Scotland. And this is the Forth Bridge up near Edinburgh. Now each coin reverse designer was done by Edwina Ellis, and each of the obverse was done by Ian Rank Broadley. Now the Forth Bridge was actually voted in 2016 as the greatest, Scotland's greatest man-made wonder, and it has since become a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Now for mintage figures, and I'm only going to be doing the nickel brass because it was done in silver and gold, etc. So it was 39,162,000 for the circulated version. In BU it was 123,022, and in proof 35,020. The next one, which is celebrating Wales, is the Menai Bridge, or the Menai Suspension Bridge to give it its full title. This is a bridge between Anglesey and the Welsh mainland, and it was opened on the 30th of January 1826. Again, as I mentioned, Edwina Ellis and Ian Rank Broadley. This is probably one of the better condition coins I've actually got from the bridge series. So as I said, this is a suspension bridge. The mintage for the circulated version was 99,429,500. In BU form it was 87,400, and in proof 40,563. Moving forward to 2006, and we've now got the Egyptian Arch Bridge in Newry, Northern Ireland. It's part of County Armagh. And obviously it was called the Egyptian Arch Bridge basically because it looked like the headdress of Egyptian kings and queens. This had a mintage of 38,938,000. In brilliant and circulated form it was 123,965, and in proof 37,689. And last but by no means least is from my part of the world, and two coin affairs will know these very well as well. This is the Gateshead Millennium Bridge. It is actually a pedestrian and cyclist tilt bridge that was actually opened in 2001, and it spans the River Tyne from the Gateshead Quays to the Newcastle quayside on the other side. Now this picture shows the bridge as it is actually opened, because when there's like ships etc go past that have got large masts, the thing sort of tilts, so it's a bit like that first, and people can walk around it or cycle around it, but then it sort of tilts, and then when you see it, I mean it is quite slow moving, but when you say tilted, when it's in operation, it looks pretty neat. So this one had a mintage, a very low mintage actually, of 26,180,160. In brilliant and circulated it was 91,878, and proof 38,215. Now all those coins that I've shown you, including all the old round £1, were all demonetised on the 15th of October 2017, but I believe you can still spend them in the likes of Gibraltar and Isle of Man, because they still use the old round £1, but their banks, etc., will actually filter them out eventually and repatriate them with the UK mainland. Now, while I'm on there, I've taken all of these out of the £1 round £1 tray. They're actually all in from circulation. These two here were the NIFCs, 98 and 99. There is actually one other here that shouldn't be because I've got there a 2016 Shield, which is actually not intended for circulation as well. That really, I should have had it in with my Big Daddy album. And these four here, obviously the circulating variety of the old Nation's Flowers. I haven't got the correct size capsule for them. These do fit for somewhat, but when you're trying to enclose it, it's not wide enough for it, and it just comes open again. So I'm going to have to get a bigger capsule for those. So that's a bit of a show on me £1 tray as well. So that's it for today, folks. I hope you have enjoyed it, and until next Monday, hopefully we'll be back on track. Keep on hunting, enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.